Hello everyone. Today let's talk about something. So I recently came back to social media, and I've been on Instagram quite a bit, and I've been noticing a lot of people bragging about how they've been getting all these super treasure hunts that have yet to be released out so far. So ones that are like the C8 Corvette or the new Honda Civic Type R. Both of those will be on screen as I'm talking. And people are getting them by the dozens. And they're putting them up for sale and putting them up in raffles. And overall, this topic is going to be about scalpers. This is a mistake I think almost everybody has made, including myself. I can't say I'm innocent of this. I'm just going to have a car spinning as we're talking as well, so it's not just a blank area. Anyways, back to this topic. This is something that's been bugging me for a while, and something I've been wanting to talk about for quite a while, and it is the scalper market of die-cast cars. So, the problems with it are obviously that they're taking these cars, not for their own personal interest, but they're taking them away from people that have the interest in these cars, and reselling them to try to make a profit. Another problem that is the scalper market is that is completely ruining this hobby for many collectors. Many collectors are not getting the pieces that they're after because scalpers are constantly taking them and flipping them at an increased price. And by people buying these cars, they are just supporting the scalper market. And I think most of us have made this mistake before. I know I have, as just said before. When buying from these scalpers, don't try to think about, because you need that car. Try to think about the local collectors in that area that are unable to find that car. So try to think of other collectors that have been struggling within that area, and don't support the scalpers. Try to make the scalpers go out of business by not supporting them. Because scalpers continue to ruin this hobby, and it makes collectors want to give up because the scalpers are the ones taking everything and then just to resell them at a jacked up price that the stores would typically sell for 10 times less. But if we keep supporting people that buy these cars and just for the intent to resell, then it's going to encourage the people that are doing that to keep going. Then you also have sellers from Malaysia, and those sellers are even worse than the sellers that are in North America. It's not meant to be an attack on anybody in particular, but what they are doing is they are taking super treasure hunts before they're even released, stealing them from the factories, throwing them on eBay or Amazon. Especially if they're loose, please stay away from those sellers that have them up before they're even released. Because it's not fair to the places that are making them, the factories, and it's not fair to the collectors because there's less chances of a super treasure hunt getting out for a collector that's in need of it. And when it comes to these guys in Malaysia that are these Malaysian sellers, pardon me, they're taking them by the dozens and throwing them on eBay, usually at a lower price than what you would see the average super. Do not buy despite the prices. It's because they got so many of them that they're making a profit no matter what. Even if the price is a little less, they're still making that profit. Do not buy from these Malaysian sellers. And this kind of leads me to my next point, because I've been seeing guys who do raffles on Instagram. They're buying and bragging about, oh, I've just got 60 supers from Malaysia coming. And there was one guy I saw tonight who said he had 60 of the Honda Civic, the new gold Civic coming. And That's just not, it's really not fair for other collectors. And then he's going to go and resell them at an even more jacked up price than what the Malaysian sellers were selling them for. And even then, the Malaysian sellers are still selling them at a relatively jacked up price themselves. And please stay away from those guys. And you also have people that are throwing those supers up on raffles, which are very sketchy raffles. Like, I've seen them where that it's just like a loose super. Let's say if this was a super, and it's there, and especially if it's loose, that's what makes it even more sketchy. And it makes it where the person should not probably have that car, and that means that it was probably stolen from a factory in Malaysia. Even if it's unreleased, but in its package, that doesn't make it clear of it not being a stolen super. It could very well have been a stolen super that's in package. Please do not buy from these sellers. I'm technically putting this under the Hot Wheels beginner series, however, there's a lot of even more experienced collectors that I know are doing this and continuing to buy these supers. And it's not even just the supers. Like, there's other cars like the Super Chase, or people that are reselling premiums at a jacked up price. Stay away from them, and we don't want those people in our hobby that are just constantly reselling just to make a profit, because it's really not fair to the people that are doing it for the cars. So do not buy from those people, and let's make them go out of business. Make scalpers go out of business as best as possible. That doesn't mean we're going to get every scalper. And I mean, I get that the whole shipments may make people want to retire from scalping. But that's not going to make everybody go away. That may make a few people go away, but that's not going to make everyone go away. The only way that scalpers are going to just completely quit what they're doing and smarten up is that we stop buying from these scalpers. And we do not support what they are doing. We do not buy online. And trust me, there are other ways that you can get these cars for cheaper or by trades. The best thing you could do is wait it out and see if you can find it in store, because there's a pretty good chance at some point you will beat a scalper to it and you will find the car that you are looking for. Like I found the Super Chase. Or if you do somehow unfortunately do not find the car that you're after, please reach out to some people that you may know. Like if it's on YouTube in a community like our community, and ask, hey, I'm looking for this in particular car. Is there any way I could work a trade out? Feel free to work trades out. And really the two options that I recommend are working trades out or just waiting it out. And try to make a trade if you can. I've done a couple of trades myself in the past for cars that I've been needing. And one of the cars I needed was that Platinum Superbird, which was released before I was born. But yeah, so really the ways you should try to get the cars that you're after is just wait it out and get them in the store for a much cheaper price than what scalpers are charging for, or trade. And if you can't unfortunately do either, then I'm sorry. It's probably better to wait it out and see if you can find a trade that would work out in the future. Even if you don't get that car for months, or even if it takes a long time to get that car. Just wait it out and do not support the scalper market, because the scalpers are what's ruining this hobby. I'm not targeting anybody in particular. This wasn't meant to be a target video, but this is just like a warning for new collectors And just a reminder for collectors that have been in this hobby for a little while to avoid buying from scalpers, avoid buying from the Malaysian sellers that are stealing loose supers and other cars from factories before they're released, and the sketchy raffles. So I hope you guys learned a little bit of something, or enjoyed this video at least. And I hope to see you guys in the next video soon. Happy hunting and stay safe.